If you're in your 20s, you are feeling stuck, tired, and still figuring things out, let's talk about it.
Baby girl, you're so fine. I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah, nah. Ooh girl, nah.
Hi Sophie, welcome back to a new video and welcome back to our channel. Today is not going to be a typical video, which is a vlog. Today we are going to be getting up and personal. Come closer, let's talk. I feel like a lot has been going on, especially with the fact that I have not been online. So yeah, let's talk about it. Today we're going to be talking about it while I get ready, so while I do my makeup and all of that. So this is another opportunity for you to learn my technique on how to make your makeup flawless. So yeah, I am not going to be mentioning the products I'm using. However, I'll try as possible to leave a picture of it on the screen so you just know what I am using. So let's start with cleansing our face. I'm going to use this, clip my hair to the back just so you know I can get a little bit of allowance. So for cleansing my skin, I'll use this. I was just scrolling on YouTube. I saw a video from Lisa Onoaha where she was talking about life crisis, and I was just like, this is so me. Like, this is what is happening to me currently and the difficulties I've been facing personally. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make a video about it. So this was inspired by Lisa. To be honest, I really appreciate creators who come on here to talk about like their personal struggles. I hardly ever come on here to talk about my personal struggles because I don't know, I feel like that's my business, you know. But sometimes I feel like it's good to hear that other people are also going through the same thing you feel you are going through, if that makes sense. And when I saw her video, I looked at the title, I just gasped. I said, this is just so me. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about our struggles. I've been going through a midlife crisis. I haven't really come to understand why exactly I'm going through what I'm going through, because personally it's not like something terrible is happening, but I feel like it's just me, myself, you know, going through this particular phase of my life. So I'll start off by saying that I am 26 years old. Okay, I will be, am I not 26? I don't even know what my age is. I will be 26 in July. I am married and I still feel stuck at life. I still feel like, you know, there's somewhere I'm supposed to be and I'm not there yet, even though that doesn't make any sense. As at last year, I thought I had everything figured out, honestly speaking. And you know, I knew what I wanted, but today it feels like I know what I want and I don't know what I want at the same time. The two of them are like, it's a collabo at this point. Yeah, and the pressure and self-guilt is definitely killing me. So I love doing YouTube, but at the same time I still feel like something is missing. Like there's just something missing in my life that's not yet complete, and I feel like this is a very terrible feeling to actually have, because it's like you are doing things, you are getting things done, but you are not acknowledging that you're actually getting things done. That's exactly how I feel. Like that's the space that I have been in. I'm going to be very honest with you guys on this channel. So this is just all a feeling of content. I am just not content with where I am, and I feel like, I don't know if this is just a feeling because maybe society or the world has it that I should be somewhere else at 26. I don't know where I'm supposed to be at 26, but this feeling is just not nice. Honestly, it feels like you're not content with how far you've come, you're not content with, you know, the things you've achieved, and you know, it's just not a good feeling. So I started off the year right, okay, with my goals, my objectives and things like that. You know, I had this very great plan for the year, and boom, all of a sudden we entered February and the whole plan was breaking, shaking, crumbling, any word you can find. I'm back to square one. It feels like, okay, what are the plans I've made? Like, what progress have I made? Mind you, all this was happening like in February, okay? And I decided to, you know, take a break and just, you know, figure out my life, figure out what I want, figure out what is going on with me, because at one point I didn't even know what was going on with me, to be honest. And that's why I have been off YouTube for quite some time. And I just left because I feel like my personality also rhymes with my energy. So I feel like once my energy is off, my vlogs are just going to be off, to be honest. So I decided to, you know, take a break and see if I can definitely understand what is it, Sophie? What is it you're looking for, Sophie? What exactly are you looking for? And I am very sure you all are confused as to, Sophie, what are you talking about? And I just feel like this is just a constant battle between me and having a career and me just being a YouTuber. I feel like there's this sort of guilt that I have, and I don't know why. I feel like I should be doing something instead of YouTube, or combining the two, or having the two. I just feel like there's just a part of me that's not just fulfilled, if that makes sense. So I somehow decided that I was going to get a 9-to-5 job. Don't even laugh. Don't even laugh. If you're watching this vlog, don't laugh. I somehow decided that, okay, I wanted to try out, you know, being a 9-to-5 person. And honestly, that was like a proper fail, because it didn't work out. Like, it just did not work out. It was just horror. It was a horror story. And you know what it is looking for, like a 9-to-5 in Nigeria is I don't know why to call it traumatic, because at some point you start to have trauma from actually looking for a job. And on the other hand, I feel like I'm doing pretty much very, very good at vlogging. I enjoy my vlogging. It's something I love to do. It got to the point I started asking myself every day, why am I confused? Because I couldn't even figure out why exactly I was confused at the path that I am taking, when clearly there's one in front of me that's actually doing so well. So, you know, all of that was just happening, you guys. Honestly, I enjoy vlogging, and I do miss my vlogging life and freedom, because vlogging is something that comes with, you know, enjoyment. I enjoy it a lot, and I feel like it's not something that stresses me out mentally. It's something I can close my eyes and do, and there's freedom attached to it. As to a 9-to-5, you know, the moment you start a 9-to-5, it's like horror, and the stories about 9-to-5 on YouTube, they are not even funny. Then I stopped and decided that I was going to take a professional exam. You guys, when we get into that part, you just be asking me, Sophie, what's wrong with you? Okay, so I decided I was going to take a professional exam. To be very honest, that was like the funniest decision I've ever made, because I just woke up one morning and said, yo, I'm going to take this professional exam, and it's called ICANN. If you don't know what ICANN is, it's the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. So basically, it means I would become a chartered accountant. Is that not what it means? Yeah. Anyways, this decision was so random. It was just me waking up saying, okay, instead of feeling like this, maybe I need to go back to school, maybe I need to take an exam, maybe I just need to do something, you know, out of the ordinary, or maybe challenge myself. Maybe that way I will kind of, you know, understand where I want to be, what I want to do, you know, things like that. I'm sorry, but I think I'm somebody who thinks about her future. I think about my future every single day. I fantasize, think, how do I want to be in the future? What do I want to do? How do I want to place myself? I always constantly think of the future, to be honest. Sometimes I even forget that I'm in the present, and I keep thinking of, okay, what will happen in the next 10 years? What's going to happen in the next 5 years? Where will I be in the next 10 years? Things like that keep going on in my head. And sometimes you need to slow down and not think about the future and just live in the present, because as much as we like to, you know, project our future, sometimes you can't really predict what will happen. Only God knows what will happen. So I woke up that morning and I decided that I was going to take the professional exam. Mind you, I have a BSc in accounting, and I also have an MSc in management. And trust me, the reason why I did management in my master's was because I didn't want to be limited to, you know, just the accounting profession. I wanted to be able to, you know, expand my wings in case I decided. Because to be honest, I never knew if I wanted to do 9-to-5. I don't know. All I knew was, okay, I needed to go to school. I needed to, you know, have a career path. Okay. Anyways, one of the funniest decision I have made, and trust me, I'm not even surprised, because sometimes I can just make some very, very rational decisions. Anyway, I decided to go and take the exam, and that was not even funny, because at the time I would start classes and everything, they already gone like halfway through the syllabus, so it wasn't something that was funny. And mind you, I graduated in 2019, and after that I proceeded to do my master's immediately after my NYSC. So you can imagine, so it was like I had to go back to learn things again, and, you know, just, you know, brush up my head. I was so pumped and so encouraged that, you know, you can do it, Sophie, you can do it. I went ahead, I attended classes, you know, I was getting introduced to the whole thing. It's like going to school again. Tell me why 3 weeks to the exam, I wasn't prepared mentally, I wasn't prepared academically. I won't say I was prepared either. Aside from that, I started feeling uninterested. I started feeling like, do I really need this? Like, I started questioning myself over this exam again. It was at that point I knew that, Sophie, I don't know what your problem is, but you need to figure this whole thing out. And that was how I had like a roller coaster. One day I'm thinking about content I need to put out on my YouTube. Another day I'm thinking about, oh, what career path do I want to do? Do I want to change my career path? Do I want to, do something else? What do I want to do? And to be honest, I had to stop and kind of realize how far I've gotten. I had to realize my strengths. I feel like that kind of fueled me, to prepare to come back to YouTube, even though I might not know the fuck what I'm doing. I might not even know what I'm doing, but I just know that I'm pumped to be here and I'm excited to be here on YouTube. So yeah, I went ahead to do my brows off camera. So 1 minute I'm thinking about YouTube, the next minute I'm thinking about work life, and everything was just not matching up. While all of that was happening, I took some time to reflect and actually think about things I do better, things that I can control, things that I can close my eyes and do it without blinking, and that is content creation. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever thought about my life so seriously the way I did while I was off. I was like, okay, if you want to do this, why not do this? And not everything would go the way you expect it to go, but you need to give it a try. And then I realized that I always come here, every time I'm pressured, I go off. Every time I feel like my energy is not there, I just disappear from YouTube. And by now, I should be the queen of inconsistency, But that aside, being serious, I think I would give it a try, to show up here more often, no matter what. At 26, I really do not know where I was supposed to be or what. I feel like it's because I expected so much from myself, and that's another thing people need to actually talk about, like putting a lot of pressure on yourself, expecting something, whereas we're living in the real world and we know like what is going on and how things are not really easy and certain people struggle. And while other people is very easy for them to find their path, some people juggle between knowing exactly what is good for them and knowing exactly what's not good for them, knowing exactly what to do and exactly what not to do. And I feel like it might look as if everybody on the internet has their life figured out, but let me tell you something, for real, I don't think everybody has their life figured out. Some people might, which is good, great, but other people might take some time to actually get themselves into what they like. That being said, I also feel like it's not a bad thing to look at yourself and think of yourself in a different space. I don't think it's a bad thing to actually sit down and evaluate yourself and ask yourself questions and but one thing about me, I feel like I doubt myself a lot, and I don't know why. It's not like I doubt myself. I think I have this fear for failure. I don't want to be doing something I'm failing at. I don't know if that makes sense. And to be honest, it's okay to actually fail before actually getting into play with exactly how things are done. Not every, like, life doesn't even come with a manual. I wish it came with a manual that would tell us, oh, this is what you're supposed to do at this particular time, this is what you're supposed to do at this particular time. It doesn't come with a manual. So I've just come to understand that it's okay to try things. It's okay. I was happy I actually opted for that exam, to be honest, because it was just out of nowhere. But I like the fact that sometimes I like to push myself more than I should actually do. I mean, sometimes we might not be exactly where we want to be, but I feel like it will be good to actually take a chill pill and calculate where you have gotten to. A lot of people dropped out of school, like right from high school, and you are here, you have a degree. It might not be going as planned, but then it doesn't mean just keep going. To be honest, I just had to motivate myself to keep going at content creating, and it's not easy. You cannot just wake up today and you are blown tomorrow. I feel like it's a progress. It's something that progresses. And when I look at my 1,500 subscribers, I love you guys. I feel like I've come from 0 to 8,500. In the end, we all need to just calm down and take life as it is. one step at a time. I mean, I'm just 26. I have a degree, I am married, and I feel like these are things that people long for, and these are things that people look forward for. So at the end of the day, I have to, you know, acknowledge the fact that I have actually gotten somewhere. And back in the days at 26, I think people are still struggling with school and people don't have their life figured out yet. But I feel like because of the era we are in, it feels like at 26 you should be a multi-millionaire, at 26 you should be settled, at 26 you should have everything, while in reality it shouldn't be like that, you know. And I feel like, I'm sure when I hit 28, I'll start complaining again. Even if at that time I have certain things, I just feel like this is just, you know, the cycle of how this society and the era we are born in works. There is a lot of pressure. I'm not even going to lie. There's pressure from family, there's pressure from friends, there's pressure from relatives. So this constant pressure of whether we are doing well, are we where we are supposed to be by now, is this what I should be doing at this age, is this where I should be, to everyone struggling, to everyone who's writing exams, to everyone who's trying to build a career, to everyone who feels like they're stuck, I'm just here to encourage you that, you know, things will get better, and with time everybody will get to know their path. It might seem slow, it might seem like we might not even have where we are heading to, and you know, things might look like it's everywhere right now, but I know that definitely one day we'll look back at this video, I will look back at this video and just laugh, because I realized that, okay, this is what you were struggling with, you know, and so yeah, but now look at where you are, look at what you've done, look at what you've achieved, and like, you know, things like that. But in all, I just really wanted to share my own struggle, because I feel like I don't share that enough here. People don't get to see if I struggle or not, and I'm just here to let you know that yes, I struggle, but I am glad that I am where I am at today, and I am excited that I'm able, you know, I'm grown now to realize certain things and understand life better. So yeah, I think that's the end of my ranting. Let me know if you're also experiencing anything in general. Let me know. I feel like this particular period between, I think, January, February, everybody's pumped about their ideas, but when we enter March, April, May, a lot of people just go down the hill, because it's like, my plan is not working, you know, I have not achieved anything that I set for the year. But regardless, we are in, what month are we in now? We are in May, and we still have a lot of time, you know, to accomplish those goals. Okay, so I feel like in summary, what I have learned so far from what I have been through is that you should focus on the things that you actually enjoy doing, and also don't look down on any of your ideas. Do not look down on anything you are thinking. In this day and age, anything is possible. You can be anything, you can grow, you can even wake up tomorrow a billionaire. So anything is possible. Just keep doing the things you love doing, you know, interacting with people, sharing ideas, you know. It's okay, it's very, very much okay to sit down and think of your life. That is me. It's okay to take a pause and ask yourself, okay, is this what I want to do? Is this where I want to be? You know, is this what I should be doing? I feel like it's very, very much okay, and it's valid to ask yourself those questions from time to time. It means you are growing. It means you acknowledge the things you do in your life. It means you're actually striving and, you know, working towards something bigger, if that makes sense. And yeah, so that's what I said. I needed to come on here to talk, because I haven't been online for quite some time. I haven't even been on Instagram for 2 months. This month to make it 3 months, I haven't been on Instagram, and I'm going to go back to Instagram in June, because that is when you will see this video, and that is when my content will start rolling out. And I'm looking forward to taking YouTube seriously for the 100th time. I'm saying this for the 100th time, but hopefully this time around I am more settled, you know, to understand what I want to do. Okay, so yeah, that's what's been happening. I hope I've been able to express how I feel. For the past few months, I have just been digging my career life out. Okay, and yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to my rant, because I know this is not like the usual video you would click on to watch. Okay, but I am grateful that you were able to watch this video and get an understanding of what my struggles are. And yeah, regardless, so stay tuned and continue to support your girl. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.